We're starting to address a large area of buckthorn that is primarily large trees. These are original invaders, probably here decades, and the ones that came through canopied the top, smothered everything out. And when the ashes died, some other ones came through and grew a little bit larger, canopying everything out. So there's a lot of open space underneath it. It's a wasteland for the most part. However, there are a few decent native species that we're going to try to nurture and save, and those should grow pretty quickly. However, a lot of seedlings underneath some of these trees that we're going to have to deal with, and that's going to be quite a bit of work. We have to stay on top of it. We're going to address these this fall, get as many as we can, so that way we don't have to deal with them in the future. However, the main thing is we're girdling most of them. This one we cut down, it's not too big, maybe 3 inches in diameter, a couple other shoots. And you can see when we cut it down how much debris that it had on top. It had quite a large canopy on it. So all the way there, it was a seeding one, we just got rid of it. However, now the ones we're dealing with are about this size, and we're talking six inches in diameter. And you can see the canopy stretches quite a bit. This one we treated a week ago, and it is just starting to wilt about a week later, not quite a week. So it usually takes a week or two before they completely start frying out. However, if we drop that, it would just cover that whole area right there. And then every one that we have in there, see there's a one that's probably about 4 inches in diameter, again with that one. So here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 trees. All we would have if we cut these to the ground would be that. And as volunteers, we don't have time to address that. I mean, if we could have 20 people coming through here and chopping little pieces and dealing with it, then maybe we would do that. However, we don't have that. On a good day, we have 6 people. And considering that there's literally hundreds of large buckthorn in here, we don't have time for stacking them up. But here's one right here we haven't treated yet. But that thing, it's got multiple stems, but it's big. And the canopy is huge. It does have some seeds on it. Again, right next to it right there, a large one. And if we drop that, you can see, yeah, it's huge, tons of seeds on it, but it would just cover so much ground, and then we'd have monster piles. We just don't have the resources. However, we do have the resources to kill these things, and that is going to be the goal and the main focus by girdling all these larger ones. Some of the smaller ones we will cut down though. They're easy to deal with and stack up. And you can see here, you've got quite, like, there's 3 pretty good size buckthorn in here right next to each other. Those are all girdled recently. Next to there's another one, and then a few other over there. So this general area, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10 buckthorn have been removed. And it looks like about 1,000 square feet. And underneath it, it really is a wasteland. You can see there's nothing over here. It's pretty dense. There's going to be a seed bank, I imagine. I'm not looking at every tree. But yeah, it's kind of encouraging to see the wilt on some of these trees right now, about 5 days later. So that'll make a big difference as far as opening up the canopy. So if you've got a conservation effort and you've got limited resources, your best bet is always to just kill them and move on. We'll probably never deal with these trees again. We're just going to kill them and let nature take its course. They may fall on the ground down the road, but hopefully the native structure will develop in here during that period of time, and won't be a big issue really, and they'll stop seeding. So I'm not sure how long we're going to have to deal with that seed bank in there. I'm thinking that the first 2 years should be the primary focus. Then after that, it's going to be probably sporadic. And that's what I found in the past. A lot of people will say, oh, they last forever, 15 years. I'm still pulling. That's possible, yeah. But I'm thinking 2 years of dedication on these things, and we won't have to have a thicket to deal with in 10 years. So it's going to be a comprehensive effort to take care of these and not let all this seed bank just become thickets, because this particular area, it's quite large. If we were just to kill all these large ones and then walk away, 10 years later this would be a complete thicket. You wouldn't be able to walk through here. at all. Right now we can walk through it because these trees are so big they canopied out. The original buckthorn came in here, shaded everything out, and nothing underneath it really was allowed to grow. There's a few natives, but I would say maybe 10 primary natives, which is positive, and we're going to nurture them. It'd be nice to get a few oaks growing in here. I've seen a few oak seedlings struggling in here. We might cut down some of these buckthorn and create a stack around them so nothing will eat them. So we're in the process of this, and this will be a 12-month period that we'll be dealing with this. And the large ones we're hoping to have cut down going into winter, and then come spring we'll deal with some other things.